Hello students, welcome to Diademy IAS. In this session, I am going to show you how I am conducting daily answer writing for history optional. Daily answer writing practice is very fundamental to those people who are starting history optional writing. Everyone generally so much interested in reading the books because history creates a lot of interest. The more we know, it generates more curiosity to know even more. But at some point of time, we have to start writing the answers as well, because ultimately, no matter how much knowledge we possess, but when it comes to examination, it's all about how you present your answer in the examination. Examiner will come to know only what you have written in the paper. And that answer should be according to the demand of the question. Suppose if question is related to Buddhism and society, then we have to, our answer should rotate around the society and Buddhism, those two angles. But Buddhism is something which handles about so many religious philosophies also. When you read, you are going to read about Buddhism in all the angles. You read about the philosophical angle also, you read about the society angle also. But everything, whatever you have read about Buddhism philosophy, you don't require for writing answer at this point of time in that question. That kind of practice you require a lot, so that whatever may be the question, very dynamically questions may be asked, but despite that you are able to answer them very effectively. For that, daily answer writing practice is the best method to handle this challenge. You will keep reading. Whatever you are reading daily, you keep reading. Just allocate 30 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes to answer 2 questions. I have designed a daily answer writing program in such a manner that students will not face very difficult also, will not face burden also. They have to read GS also, they have to attend some classes also, they have to do other works also. If some students are working, even for them also, daily answer writing practice will help them. Here, I have designed, like you can see here, systematically we do daily answer writing according to the strict syllabus wise. Syllabus mentions Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4 like that. I have also designed like that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. Paper 1, Part A like that. Paper 1, Part B, it is going to be like this. Every day, student will be given target of 2 questions. And for these 2 questions, I provide you even material also. Suppose if it is standard book, Satish Chandra, for example, in case of medieval India, I will provide you the PDF also in the first incident itself. You can just go to that particular chapter number and you can start reading. Sometimes Satish Chandra will not have all the details which are required for the examination. Sometimes we need to supplement that material with IGNO or some other material from some other standard book. What I do, for example, if I give something like this, here you can see this day number 42. So every day 2 questions or 3 questions will be there. In general, 2 questions will be there. You need to just study these sources. If I open the PDF, you will get the question PDF. This is our daily answer writing and mentorship program, day number 42. In this day, in which unit, as per UPSC syllabus, Unit 24, the 18th century. For this 42, I highlight which topics we are going to answer. So, which topics you are going to study and which you need to answer. Factors for the decline of Mughal Empire, this topic you are going to cover this day. State of political, cultural and economic on the eve of British conquest. This is the topic which you need to study for that particular day and you have to write these 2 answers. The questions, how far do you think Aurangzeb was responsible for decline of Mughal Empire? 15 mark means 3 sheets you need to write. If it is 20 marker question, 4 sheets you need to write. If it is 10 marker question, 2 sheets. So depending on that, sometimes I give 3 questions, mostly 2 questions, so that students should not get any overburden. 15 marks, 10 marks, or 15 marks, 20 marks, depending on the nature of the question, I allocate the marks. In these 2 questions, 2 topics will be covered. Now, sources you need to study. Ultimately, the moment you study the sources, you automatically come to know that in Satish Chandra, whatever is given, you need to study. Aurangzeb responsibility, that is clearly given in Satish Chandra, that you are going to read. And when it comes to 18th century, some additional supplementary material that is required. From IGNO, it has been taken. This PDF I will forward. Satish Chandra, in the beginning of course itself, you will get that PDF. That PDF, it will be with you. Along with that, according to the topic, wherever it is necessary, from IGNO or from other standard source, wherever it is necessary, I pick up those PDFs or those pages which are required for that particular day target. Then just you need to study this. This is IGNO material. For this particular topic, this was clearly given, like the 18th century salient features, the 18th century debate, Mughal Empire, its decline and genesis of 18th century, process of regionalization, how Mughal were these regimes, the economy of the 18th century, Indian economy in the late 18th century, the emerging differences. The moment you study this one, already Satish Chandra provided a lot of information. Along with that, you are going to get additional information. The moment you finish this particular topic for that particular day, then you are going to get a complete over picture that how you need to deal with that particular topic. That's how just you need to answer these questions. I will provide model answers also. Your first target is read the sources, whatever I have given, then write the answers. Then after that, you go and cross-verify the model answers as well. When it comes to model answers, that model answers will be in this format. These model answers you will get to know for this particular day. This is the unit and this is the question. How far do you think Aurangzeb was responsible for decline of Mughal Empire? It will be like strictly like whatever you are going to do like in the mains examination. The structure will be exactly like that. Introduction, you can see. The decline of Mughal Empire is a multifaceted historical phenomena, and attributing it solely to the actions of Aurangzeb would be oversimplification. However, Aurangzeb's policies and decisions did play a significant role in accelerating the decline. It is talking about overall Mughal Empire. Mughal Empire is a very vast one, very powerful one. It declined after Aurangzeb. How far do you think his responsibility? Is it only because of him its entire empire declined? No, obviously. Suppose if India, now today India is there, suppose India is facing so many issues, is it because of one prime minister all these problems will come? Even though if prime minister is not that kind of efficient, problems will come. But it doesn't mean only because of one prime minister all problems will come. Just because of one prime minister, everything will be good. Because India is having certain systems. So similarly, one person cannot be held responsible for everything which is collapsed. Some systemic will be there, some personal responsibility will be there. Here you are going to highlight how far, whatever Aurangzeb person responsibility is there, you are going to, whatever his religious policies, you are going to highlight that. How this religious policy, instead of strengthening the empire, how it got weakened. And military and administrative decisions, what decisions he has taken. Alienation of the nobility. Then other contributing factors. Apart from Aurangzeb responsibility, there will be other factors also which are systemic and which go beyond his own control also. Socio-economic issues and regional dissociation and cultural and technological lag, financial mismanagement and conclusion. So for this particular question, 15 marker question, you can write these kind of segments, these kind of headings you can give and write a few points, and you will have whatever notes you are preparing. Already some students might have already got some notes. Some students might have attended different classes also. You take that notes also because you have already put some effort. Why to waste that energy? Already, if you have some notes, you use that notes for this particular topic, you read that notes and you write it. It's all about how systematically you are producing the answer. That matters a lot when it comes to the examination. Then highlight the main features of Indian socio-economic life in the 18th century. Same goes, what are the different socio-economic, socio-cultural dynamics, cultural, social stratification, economic changes, economic growth, commercial expansion, urbanization, British ascendancy, trade and commerce, and so on. This is how social economic issues which were there when it comes to 18th century. So on the eve of British Empire, what kind of socio-economic conditions life was there in 18th century? You need to read that particular book. If you have already notes, you read that notes and write the answer. I will evaluate. I will give you the comments. Once you start writing for 10 days, initially students feel somewhat difficulty. But after a few days, once you get the rhythm, then it is going to be fun just to spend some 1 hour or 2 hours time period. If you have already your notes, just pick up your notes, read it, write it. In 1 hour it will be done. If you are needing to read this material, just spend another 1 hour or 1.5 hours, finish it and write the answers. If you maintain this rhythm, within 4.5 months, you are going to finish your entire optional daily answer writing. Then 100% you will be confident and you will be ready for the mains examination. I will show some daily answer writing, some of my students' daily answer writing style also, just to get some idea how students are writing. These are some of the students' copies. So you can see here, discuss about Indian trade during the Mughal period. So this is how. So once you get the rhythm, so automatically in the beginning stage, students may not be comfortable how to start introduction, how to give headings, subheadings, and how to conclude the answer. But after once students are comfortable in writing after 10 days or 20 days, then everything will set in place. Just you need to read the content and write according to the question. Then you give the introduction. Just I am showing you the how structure the answer. Then it is talking about Indian trade during the Mughals Empire. Indian trade means India is a land. It will trade with inside India also, outside India also. When it comes to outside India, it will go with the land routes also outside India, with the sea route also. Because India is having a lot of sea coast also, long sea coast also. We have the opportunity to go to connect with other countries through sea coast also. So simply inland and connecting with outside world over land and overseas. Here inland trade, just explaining in what mechanisms it is going and what are the various products that are traded, explaining like that. Then after that, overland trade with the outside world, then connect with different routes like outside world like Afghanistan, that region. Then sea trade, through sea route also, what are the important sea coast areas like Gujarat, Bengal region, and connecting with outside world, Southeast Asia and West Asia. And this how you can show one map also and show how inland trade inside and with outside also. This how you are going to learn how to draw maps also, how to draw micro diagrams also, how to draw India map as well as world map, how to structure it, how to make subheadings, and wherever possible, wherever some important words are there, you just make underline so that it becomes easier for the examiner to evaluate important points. Next question is about discuss various personnel of trade during the Mughal period. During Mughal period, what are the different traders In trading community also, different trading community were there. Just you need to highlight what are the various personnel. And don't worry about the content of this. When this particular day was given, when this particular day was given you as the target, sources for these questions are also given. Just you need to read those sources, just write the answers. So in that way, you need not to worry about looking for various other sources also. Already you have notes, well and good, you keep it. Wherever your notes also missing some points or wherever your notes is not covered certain topics, you can complement that with my sources. So these are merchants, different names and different places and different names of the traders like Setis, Vohras in Gujarat, in Khatri in Punjab, that region. So likewise, different regions, different trading classes. So like that you need to answer it. Another student copy. This is related to ancient Mahajanapadas. Give an account of republics in the pre-Mauryan period. So here, student answered introduction, underlining some important points, Ganasanghas, republics, republics in the pre-Mauryan period, and writing 1, 2, 3 points wise, making another heading, 1, 2, 3, and so on, underline some important phrases, words, and like that. Once it is given, then conclusion automatically. So depending on the number of marks, if it is 15 marker, 3 pages you write, 20 marker, 4 pages you need to write. So in this way, you are going to conclude it. So discuss about effects of Iranian invasion and Alexander invasion in India. So effects, Parisian invasion, politically, so different impact, military impact, cultural impact. Then Macedonian invasion, Alexander campaigns, trade routes, different trade routes. So you need to just highlight whatever. Already sources are provided. You just need to read those sources and answer this. Now you see, you need to write 250 words or 300 words. In 3 pages, how much you can write? In 4 pages also, how much you can write? All that you require is just take the important points, organize them in a ordered manner. Your job is done. In this way, systematically, you take the unit, you take the sources, you read it, and you write the answers, done. For every chapter, for every unit, depending on the size, at least minimum 2 questions you are going to write, and it will go depending on the size of the unit, 4 questions, 6 questions, depending on the importance of the unit also, number of questions will vary, so that each and every unit you are going to practice answers. Once a question will come on that unit, automatically, suppose in Mahajanapadas, republics, political system during Mahajanapadas, you are going to write the same content. Political system of the republics, you are going to write the same content. So in this way, systematically, chapter by chapter, in a well-organized manner, you are going to be ready for the mains examination. So this is how I am conducting the daily answer writing program. Please join, and I will be always ready to help you in your examination. Thank you.